Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE WrestleMania 41 is just 9 nights away. Triple H and his team are putting all the gears and levers in place to ensure that this year's Showcase of the Immortals becomes a grand success. However, for it to happen, the following 3 things shouldn't happen at the Show of Shows in Las Vegas. The WWE Universe was gripped with surprise when it saw Paul Heyman agreeing to be in CM Punk's corner at WrestleMania 41, revealing what his mystery favor for helping Roman Reigns at Survivor Series War Games was. The Second City Saint demanded the Hall of Famer be on his side in Las Vegas. The head of the table laughed in the face of the straight-edge superstar when he heard this demand. However, he was shocked to see that his wise men didn't decline and willingly chose to be in Punk's corner. Interestingly, this week on Raw, the 59-year-old clarified that he was loyal to both Reigns and Punk. This gives a hint that the WWE Hall of Famer has a soft spot for the OG bloodline leader. However, it would be bad if he ends up helping Roman Reigns. This is the first time the OTC will be truly alone in a big match, which is also a WrestleMania 41 Night 1 main event. Thus, it would be more satisfying to see the only tribal chief fight this match without Heyman's support. Cody Rhodes is heading to WrestleMania 41 to defend the undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena. The leader of the Cenation bared his fangs as a heel when he sided with The Rock after winning the 2025 Men's Elimination Chamber match and mowed the champion down. Now it would be best for business if the franchise player won the title at the Show of Shows. This would make John Cena a 17-time world champion, and he'd surpass Ric Flair to become the wrestler to win a world title the maximum number of times. It would also make way for Cena's revenge against fans, leading to him fulfilling his promise to ruin pro wrestling. Jacob Fatu will face LA Knight for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 41. The Samoan Werewolf earned the title shot by defeating Braun Strowman last Friday. Although he lost by the skin of his teeth, this was Strowman's first ever loss in the last man standing format. Thus, Jacob Fatu is carrying a lot of momentum right now after decimating his biggest rival. Therefore, the Triple A-led creative team should make him the new United States champion in Vegas. This would further establish him as a single superstar while also simultaneously freeing up the megastar for the undisputed WWE Championship picture in the future. It could also lead to Fatu's exit from the new bloodline. After WrestleMania, Solo Sikoa may ask the Samoan Werewolf to surrender his title. The leader of the heel faction had famously asked Fatu to give up his WWE Tag Team title to Tonga Loa last year. However, the 32-year-old may retaliate this time and get hostile, eventually leaving the stable. Ankit Singh is a WWE features writer at Sportskeeda Wrestling. His educational background in psychology helps him gain insight into several storyline twists in pro wrestling. Ankit has been a fan of the industry since childhood. The on-screen action gives him an adrenaline rush and led him to pursue a career in content writing. He has nearly 3 years of experience in the industry, working for organizations like Essentially Sports and NB Media as a news writer, editor, and scriptwriter. Ankit started following pro wrestling in high school. At the time, Edge, Aka Cope, was making waves as part of his world heavyweight title feud with Alberto Del Rio. He grew up watching modern-day greats such as Sheamus, Randy Orton, and John Cena. The Shield was the top faction in WWE in 2012-13, and its breakup storyline made Ankit a lifelong fan of the sport. Orton and Seth Rollins are Ankit's favorite wrestlers in the men's division. He admires the Viper's character work, in-ring skills, and longevity. Meanwhile, he looks up to the Visionary because the latter is a complete wrestler, in his opinion. Ankit likes Liv Morgan's heel gimmick and promo skills in the women's division. He was also fond of AJ Lee's presentation and microphone skills in the PG era. WrestleMania 41 is shaping up to be one of the most highly anticipated events in WWE history. With potential main events featuring the return of legends, long-awaited dream matches, and the aftermath of the Bloodline saga, the pressure is sky-high for WWE to deliver something truly unforgettable. But in the land of the giants, sometimes mistakes are made, storylines go flat, booking decisions cause uproars, and the grand stage ends up being the setting for disappointment instead of delight. So before the pyro explodes and the first theme song hits, let's take a look at 3 things that absolutely, positively should not happen at WrestleMania 41, because if they do, it could derail months of momentum and leave fans wondering what could have been. 1. A part-time champion leaving with the title. Again, it's time to have the hard conversation. WrestleMania has seen its fair share of part-timers holding gold, from Brock Lesnar's part-time Universal Championship reigns to The Rock's shocking title win at Royal Rumble 2025. It's a trope that needs to be retired permanently. Yes, we get it. The spectacle of a larger-than-life legend returning is WrestleMania's bread and butter. It sells tickets. It brings headlines. But in 2025, fans want consistency. They want champions who show up on Raw, on SmackDown, at Backlash, and even at the lesser-known pay-per-views. If WWE puts the world title on someone like The Rock, Logan Paul, again, or a surprise legend only for them to disappear for 6 months, they'd risk stalling the red-hot momentum they've built with rising stars like Cody Rhodes, Gunther, LA Knight, and Carmelo Hayes. Let the legends have dream matches. Let them tear the house down. But don't let a part-timer leave with a belt that deserves to be defended every single month. The WWE Universe deserves better, and so does the locker room full of hungry full-time talent. 2. A surprise cash in that ruins a WrestleMania moment. Few things are more shocking and exhilarating than a surprise Money in the Bank cash-in. Seth Rollins' heist of the century at WrestleMania 31 remains one of the greatest swerves in WWE history. But not every moment needs a twist ending, especially when it comes at the cost of a carefully crafted story. WrestleMania 41 is rumored to feature multiple long-term payoffs, whether it's Cody Rhodes finishing the story. Again, Jey Uso dethroning Solo Sikoa for family pride, or Rhea Ripley facing a true women's division final boss like Jade Cargill or Bianca Belair. These stories deserve to end, or continue, organically. A cheap cash-in during a moment of pure triumph or heartbreak cheapens months or years of storytelling. It may trend on Twitter, but it often leaves the audience feeling shortchanged. WWE shouldn't pull the trigger on a MITB moment unless it's earned, and unless it enhances, not hijacks, a WrestleMania legacy. Let the victors have their moment in the spotlight. Let the crowd feel something real. If there's ever a night to avoid gimmicks, WrestleMania is the night to respect the storylines that brought us here. 3. Legends overshadowing the new era. WrestleMania is known for spectacle. It's a place where icons return, glass shatters, and theme songs long thought retired hit with deafening roars. And while a dose of nostalgia is a vital ingredient of the Mania magic, there's a fine line between honoring the past and clinging to it. WrestleMania 41 cannot become a Legends Night masquerading as the grandest stage of them all. If the focus shifts too heavily toward appearances from retired stars, Hall of Famers, or non-wrestling celebrities, at the expense of WWE's current and future main event scene, the show risks feeling like a tribute instead of a turning point. Give us our Austin Pop. Give us our Rock moment. Maybe even a short Goldberg squash match, if we must. But don't let those segments eat up the time or momentum meant for stars like Sami Zayn, Grayson Waller, Tiffany Stratton, or Braun Breaker, talent who have grinded all year for this spotlight. WrestleMania should elevate new faces to the next level, not remind us of what was. The torch must be passed. The question is, will WWE have the courage to let go? Final thoughts. WrestleMania 41 is a fork in the road. There's no doubt WrestleMania 41 will be massive. With the WWE and TKO merger maturing, television deals in flux, and fan engagement at an all-time high, this is a WrestleMania that could redefine the future of wrestling. But that only happens if WWE is bold enough to. Prioritize full-time talent over part-time nostalgia. Let stories breathe and conclude without last-second cash-ins. Push the next generation instead of propping up the past. WrestleMania is where magic happens, but only when it's built on authenticity, not short-term sizzle. Here's hoping WWE gives the fans a night to remember, for all the right reasons. Want to take this further? I can help draft a fantasy WrestleMania 41 match card done right, or write the opposite version. 3 controversial things that should happen at WrestleMania 41.